Cheers. Cheers. You guys, I chug like 1 liter of water before I drink my coffee. That was the last bit of my water. What's up? It's the morning time here. Good morning to all the viewers. Please comment down below if the audio is good. And then comment down below if you're from Grinch or you're from Santa or if you're in both. Let me know if I'm ear raping you right now. I need to know these things before I start. What's good? What's good, you guys? What's good? I hope everything's well. Comment down below with the cash check Grinch. And then if you can, if you're chilling, enjoying the stream, do me a favor. Just tap the hearts or the 100s or the laughs. That brings more people in. I appreciate it, you guys. Subscribe, like, comment, all the above. You already know the deal. So what's up? It's a little quiet these days, but there's a lot I need to go over, you guys. Important things I think I see in the chart. Obviously, it's all probability. But let me go in the... What's good, Jimmy Lee? Let me go into TG and tell people to join. Join YouTube Live. I swear, I think this is better than Spaces. It's not as interactive as Spaces, but I think it's better because you guys can see what I see. I can show you what I'm thinking and like the way I'm gonna go about certain things. Now, it seems like, what the hell do we do, right? I think that's the sentiment right now. It's very questionable what's going on. I'll tell you what I see in the chart. I'm actually really, really surprised with a few things that I haven't noticed in the past. Cheers if you're drinking coffee this morning. Or, I don't know where you are in the world, but, you know, what's up? So, okay. We're at 240K market cap. Honestly, it's not, you know, it's not swinging crazy, in my opinion. We were up like 20% in the morning. Now we're like at 0.37% positive. So, okay, so I'm reading comments in TG, you guys. I had a retarded moment for a second. I read TG comments and I read YouTube comments. So if you guys want to comment anywhere, feel free. So I think most of us are here from Grinch, right? Now I'm still calling it the 1000x gem. I don't care what anyone thinks. I'm fucking writing this bitch all the way to fucking 50 mil. I'm telling you exactly where I'm selling it. 50 mil market cap. I'll tell you exactly where I'm fucking letting it go, and that's never. I'm just gonna leave my shit in here because I don't really give a fuck. Now here's the thing. There's some bullish structures in the chart. So that is because of us, and I think that's because of other things that are brewing in the background. Very interesting price action we had yesterday. A lot of weird shit going on, you guys, that I think is bullish, really. I think it's bullish. So, if you're looking at the 1 day, if you're a common viewer, I always say that this is a nice little bull flag that we have. Bull flags are really, really really great, excellent bullish structures. Okay, we need bullish structures to form in like a downward trend, and this is what we have. Okay. This is nice. You know what? Let me start off like this because I'm going to do something a little bit different. I know some of you guys like to look at the chart like this. Now, if you're looking at the chart like this, there's only one thing I can tell you. Shoot yourself in the fucking foot if you think you should sell here. Like, I literally mean it. And the reason why I say that, also, is the audio good? I think it's good. But the reason why I say that is because look at how it bottomed out. What the fuck are you doing if you're selling here? It makes no sense to me whatsoever. This is like, we're at the bottom. It's been how many days now? 6 days of us just trading down here. Here's the thing that people underestimate. Bottoming candles are really impressive. So we had a bottoming candle here at 200K on this 1 day. Tweezer bottoms, I promise you. they eventually break to the upside. These right here are very bullish structures. I'm not kidding when I say it. And it might take a few days of horizontal movement, which is what's happening to us before we break to the upside. But this is how I see it. I think it's going to take its time. Now, here's the thing. We have Christmas in a few days, 2 days, 3 days. So there's a lot of pressure on Christmas. I don't know what's going to happen. It can pump Christmas Eve. It can pump tonight. It can pump tomorrow. It can pump during the stream. That's the thing. Like yesterday, it was pumping during the stream. So if you were watching the stream with me, we all saw that it was pumping. It took a few ETH buys. I was one of them. Look, I'm telling you right now, I am very, very invested in this token. And I will do everything in my power to make sure that this son of a bitch turns around. What does that mean? That means fucking YouTube lives, all the bullshit and above, and just being around for the community. That's the way I see it, you guys. Because at the end of the day, I want this shit to pump because I'm fucking invested. I'm not going to bullshit you guys. You get what I'm saying? And that's how I see it. I think people that are invested, they just end up putting a lot more time because they are invested. Does that make sense? Like it's like your subconscious is tapping in like I should do something. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Now here's what's interesting. We had a baby volume spike here. Okay? So we had a volume of 118K yesterday. I think that's really good. So that's bullish. So we see the volume climbing back up slowly on this horizontal price action, and we really didn't do much. Now, if you look at the diagonal resistance, we're just flirting with breaking out with it, you know. And if you really want to be technical, the other day I drew it here. So if you guys were watching it last time, like yesterday's stream, I said we're breaking out. So technically, we're confirming the breakout here. If we retest, so even if we go down to 180K again, let's just say we do, I guarantee you what's going to happen is we're going to have a wick. We're going to come up. I guarantee it. So there's people watching it. Now, here's some bullish tidbits. So if you're involved with the community, you'll notice a few things I think are very interesting. So we have someone that's a hardcore supporter of us. His name is Believe. So let me tell you a story really quick. I know we got all the time in the world. So Believes, let me find this guy. Oh. It's hard to type with one hand. Okay, so Believes Crypto. This guy has 13,000 followers, but his YouTube channel also has, sorry about the ear rape, 30,000 subscribers. So he's big on YouTube. This guy popped into our spaces yesterday, and he came in with one of his friends. That's bullish sentiment to me. I think he's watching us. I think a lot of people are watching us. So if you think about it like this, if you have the attention of people, okay, sure, they might be watching and waiting. We might be on their watch list. Like they click this star, they're watching. So, you know, I think once we take off, we have a green candle. Like I'm talking God candle. Or, you know, whale group swoops up the lows. Maybe they're waiting for us to just sell our, like if we're defining this as the bottom, right? If we continue to define this as the bottom and people are interested in the community and then the sentiment and, you know, 2 days, 3 days from Christmas, someone's going to, you know, FOMO. I feel the FOMO. I think, comment down below if you feel the FOMO. I have iron balls right now. I'm not scared of shit. So, you know, it's like gold or dust. I always said it. I'll continue to say it. I really believe in that phrase because what it does is it creates a concrete holder. And so it's interesting. We have people like this that are watching, right? Yeah, so Christian's calling it. And then we have people like this. So Patty, who's another really big. So I'm just telling you guys, like, let's look at the obvious here. Let's just do a hypothetical for a second, okay? So let's say we get a green dick candle that at least takes us to 700K. Let's just say it takes us to 700K. So we get a candle This flips around tonight. We're up at 800K in like, a seconds. All right, you're telling me Patty won't start pushing Grinch 2 days, but he'll start pushing it. Then you'll get someone like Bleaves. He's gonna be like, "Oh shit, look at this! I posted a video." So they'll naturally actually do it just for engagement. You don't even have to pay them. Then you have other people like Joe Grower, who's already supporting us on the bottom. So if you look at Joe Grower, I don't know if he has a Twitter. I know he's on Telly. But then you have Joe Grower, so it's going to be a chain reaction, a FOMO, and just it's going to continue and continue and continue. So that narrative is there. People are just waiting for the initial first person or first whale group to FOMO. Then it's just going to trickle in. So technically, we as a community, what our job is we hold the line. And that's what we're doing. I think we're doing excellent with that. I think if we continue to do that, like if we flip this green today and we bring it back to 500, you can already remember from yesterday how the sentiment was like we're going to 50 mil. So the sentiment is there. People are excited. People like this. It's just that we just need that little push, and I think that's gonna take us. So I'm gonna hold, and I really believe in this effed up. There's a really effed up theory I have, but this is crypto. I really think we'll pump post Christmas, and the reason why is because if you eliminate all logic, this is a Christmas token that's supposed to pump on Christmas. If there's anything I know about crypto, is that it doesn't make sense. It's retarded. And you can, think about it like this. SHIB, retarded. Doge, retarded. We can keep going. The list goes on and on. There's retarded tokens that do retarded things that make people rich. So the retards get rich that don't think. Here's my thing. Just don't think. Don't hurt your fucking head. Hold this dumbass token. If it pumps post-Christmas, and you just enjoy it. You know what I mean? So we have this key resistance here. I'm giving you the setup. I'm telling you guys, this is it. Now here's my opinion. And I put my money where my mouth is. If you're in the chat, you know I did this. My circle of friends in real life, cousins, family, I said, you know what? Just throw an ETH. Because we're big in crypto. Like, I have a pretty strong circle of, crypto, cousins, friends, family, etc. Throw in a fucking ETH. So I threw in 0.8 with my cousin last night. And I'll continue to do it. The thing is, I'm waiting for, I don't think it's going to happen, though. I really think that... So this brings me to my next part of my analysis. So this is just the one-day macro view, right? And it's on a regular time frame because I know a lot of people like to look at, the regular. It looks bottomed out. In all honesty, it looks bottomed out. It was hot, very hot, cooled down. Now we're consolidating. It just makes perfect sense. We formed the best community I think I've seen in crypto in a long time. And it's like 2 days before Christmas. It's really weird how shit's adding up. Now, if it blows up, if this token blows up for Christmas, I'll be so mind-fucked in the sense that the price action was consistent with the community sentiment and the time frame. It's really weird. It's almost like destiny, right? What's up, La Persona? I haven't seen you in a minute. But it's really weird. It's like, it's the craziest thing. So big value area around 0.0075. Basically no volume from 0.0075 to 0.002. That's where the chart wants to play before price discovery. I can feel it in my bones. Yeah. This is Ryan M. Who's Ryan? Ryan M. I only know people by profile pics, bro. But nice to see you. Ryan. I know Ryan. My bad, bro. What's up, Ryan? I hear your voice every day. We fucking message each other every day. What's good? Yeah, so this is just how I see it. First of all, there's no point. Yeah. Yeah, no, I know you, Ryan. I know you. My bad, bro. So, So I'm reading. Brian just posted in the TG saying, support the community basically in a nice way. I appreciate that. I agree. I mean, here's the thing. Sellers get exhausted. Traders get exhausted. Eventually, this is going to play out in our favor because we have such a strong core. I think like most of the big holders are people like myself and like people that are really dedicated to seeing the shit lift off. I told you guys, I'll throw everything I have in this bitch just to turn it around. I don't give a fuck. I'm being recruited for other projects. I don't give a fuck. GRINCH is it. I'm taking this shit to 50 mil. I don't care if it goes until fucking March, April of next year. This is the only project. This is the only fucking token I'm in. I don't give a shit anymore. Now, here's the thing. There's one thing I didn't notice. I thought that was very interesting. So if you change this to like a logarithmic view, there's something that's very bullish. I can't believe I didn't notice yesterday. It's really, really cool. So let me clean up the chart. All right. Okay. So now if you look at it on, the 1 day, you'll notice something. So we have these big indecisive, they're called doji candles. Okay, so these doji candles, they're indecisive. This means that you can either, flop or go up. But here's the thing, we have this tweezer bottom here. I know people don't trade candlestick formations, but I think it's good, especially with a small cap. Now you have this bottoming formation, right? This tweezer bottom. Okay. These tweezer bottoms. Hello? Sorry, I was getting a call, guys. These tweezer bottoms are bullish. Okay? These are bullish. We kind of dipped underneath. I think what's happening is, I can't believe I didn't tell you guys. I think this is super, super bullish. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about right now. Let me just get my coffee out of the way. This right here is a very bullish structure. So on the 1 day, you can notice that we're doing a rounding bottom. So rounding bottoms, especially on a 1 day, are beautiful. These play out so well. And I think if this continues to, get higher lows, so you can see like a rounding bottom, you start with like a severe downtrend and you kind of make higher lows, but you're rounding up. It's almost like a cup and handle. So here, we're getting a nice rounding bottom. This shit's going to pop so big. What this means is this is the bottom. So if you're here, you're holding. I keep telling you guys, I know. Not financial advice, whatever, bullshit. But here's the thing. If you're holding and you're scared to buy, or here's my opinion. We're in this project. There's like 3 days left until something happens, either up or down. Why not? Why not take the risk? I just don't see why you wouldn't. I thought yesterday was the day. I took the risk. I was like, you know what? I put in so much time and so much effort into this. If you're here, you're listening, you're a mod, or, you're part of the community, or you're really dedicated, you feel very emotionally invested. The way I see it is like, if I don't put my money down on this and I put more ETH in, the way I see it is then I don't believe in myself. I do believe in myself. I do believe that I'll turn this around and with what I can do. So I'm going to put my ETH down. That's how I see it. Even in life, this is how I operate. I'm a physician in real life. You have to pay for school. So I'm investing in myself. That's the way I see it. It's like, I'm my own investment. I'm going to fucking do what I can in my power to fucking turn this shit around. So that's the way I see it. So I threw in, 0.8 ETH. I think that's good for this project. You know what I mean? I'm not going to fucking go crazy. So here we are. This is a rounding bottom on the 1 day. That's super bullish. Now we can pretty much identify, like, our local resistance is this 400 to 500K range. And if you really zoom out, you can see that we actually have a bigger rounding bottom or a cup and handle. So what's going to happen, I think, in the next like 2-3 days is we're going to actually have some positive price action, maybe some resistance like Cole said in the 700 to 1 mil range, and then we pop. And I'm telling you guys, it's probably going to be post-Christmas or during Christmas. That's what's crazy. The thing is, like, I'm going to be here. Okay, so you can take a twist on it. Like, people are going to be like, oh, but there's Orthodox Christmas. We're pumping for Orthodox, you know? Or like the Grinch doesn't give a shit. There's stream health. Okay, I'm just making sure the stream health is good. Here's the thing, though. Christmas, people. The thing is, I'm seeing right now is like people are saying Grinch doesn't give a shit. I agree. Like, the Grinch doesn't give a shit. Shit's going to go down. So that's the 1 day analysis. That's like the macro view. And I pointed out a few things. So I'm just reviewing a few things just so you guys remember what's going on. Things are still hot. Just because you don't see crazy price action, there's a lot of bullish sentiment. So we have Believes, who believes in this token. We have Patty, who believes in this token. Satoshi shows up sometimes. Dude, it's something special. I know something's brewing. I'm going to go through my notifications. Fucking bots. Okay. Let me repost this so people join. Alright. So that's it for the 1 day. Any comments on the 1 day macro view? What do you guys think? Do you guys think we're going to pop off soon? Do you guys think we're popping off Christmas Eve? Like, what do you guys think? I'm really curious to see what the viewers are thinking right now. I really hope that we do. I have high hopes. I have high expectations. But, you know, we have this upward sloping support. Like, there's so many bullish little tidbits of signs that I think that you should pay attention to. They're important to look at. I never do this. I never look at the 12-hour, but that's when I noticed the rounding bottom. Also, you guys, please, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. And then hit that like button for this video. Let's break the algorithm and smash these 100s or these hearts. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, I think we see some inflow today. Then most inflow tomorrow when people have time off and time to look at tokens. Yeah, I agree. I really agree with that. Alright. Let me refresh this. Okay, so here's another thing I wanted to point out I think is interesting. So we were up 30% on the day like 2 seconds ago, and now we're down 25%. So the volatility is actually a lot smaller because if you think about it, like when we had these swings here, like this swing is like 2-3x. Let me show you the measured move. So the price is coiling. I like that. Price action is coiling. So this is 600% move from the bottom. And then it's like a 90% move down, right? So let's see. To the lows. So 85% to the lows. So the price action's coiling. Now you're getting like 30% ranges. People are it's going to have to make a move soon. So we had a 2x versus like that 3x versus like that, 400%. So the price action's coiling. You can see it even if you don't measure it. You can just see like we have this drastic swing and it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter. So eventually what's going to happen is we're going to get a lot of sideways movement and then a pop. And I don't think this floor is going anywhere because, okay, if you look at it on the 12-hour, I wish dude, I was sitting down. I had my laptop open. I was chilling. And I had it on the 12-hour, and I was like, dude, I need to show this. I was like, holy shit, I didn't notice this. This is fucking crazy. We're having one of the most bullish reversal signals on Earth. Literally the most bullish reversal on a 12-hour, which is a high time frame. I'm like, I think I'm noticing something that's very interesting. So if you look here, this is perfect. Look. We come down on like a hard downtrend. We make a low. And then now we're rounding up. So rounding bottom, I can't tell you guys this enough. You want to trade these People often trade like breakouts, but you want the most bang for your buck. I swear, you want to play these bottoming signals. Like I took Soul from like $7 all the way to like 70. That was a 10x. I was like, that's enough for me. I feel sick on a macro. Like on a high cap, that's a lot. That's trading. So here's my thing. This is a bottoming signal. You want this. If you look here, so rounding bottoms, so price declines and then you have a bottom and then price starts recovering. So we're in the recovery phase. If you know anything about like rounding bottoms, you can, like, this was played out with Bitcoin. This is played out with a lot of alts. It's like almost a shape of a U. You can see that here. It says it's a shape of a U. And so we have a nice shape of a U here, and ignore the noise up here. So ignore the noise on top. Actually look at the bottom only. And you can see that we're making nice lows, and now we're curving up. It's a beautiful U. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you the mindset of a good trader. This is my point, is to show you how to actually trade, be a good trader. A lot of people think like they don't look at the bottom, right? So they'll look at up here. They'll look up here. They'll look up here. They'll look up here. The problem with looking at the top is you're going to be like, okay, look, we have a breakout. So how many times can you get faked out on a breakout? It happens a lot to traders, and they get fucked. They get angry. They get pissed. They sell tops, and they buy tops and sell bottoms. So breakout trading is very risky. And the reason why is because, look, we have one wick there, two. So you could have bought, sold on the bottom, bought again, sold on the bottom, probably bought here, sold on the bottom again. So we have like 4, 5, 6 times that you could have bought and sold if you're a trader and got fucking angry and sold bottoms. And yesterday, someone highlighted in like the, what is this called? The fucking book report? I forgot what it's called. But someone highlighted a guy losing like 1 ETH just because he was doing that. People don't trust bottoming signals. I don't know why, but this is a rounding bottom. Very healthy. There's a lot of bottoming signals. So like I'm trying to call the bottom. And if you notice, it gets higher and higher and higher. So we have a rounding bottom on the 12 hours. So it's very bullish in my opinion. This token's very bullish. We're going into Christmas. There's 3 days. The floor is 200K. So imagine like a 10x. It's already 2 mil. So imagine 100x on a meme token. Very possible. You can see 20 mil. Very fast. In a blink of an eye, you can see this price action flip around. And the reason why people get caught in this, I think, is because they think they've experienced that before and they FOMO in. Now, when we went to 1 mil, I FOMO'd in like around here. I FOMO'd myself around 500K because, you know, and then I was like, hold up, let me fucking gather myself like I'm a fighter. Let me just gather myself. Let me back up. And I was like, I have a feeling we'll dip. And we did. And then I was like, let me stick to my roots, which is just bottom trading and being patient, poised, like a good fighter. Like, I don't know if you guys watch MMA, but, you know, you got to fucking gather yourself a little bit and just square up. You know, you're a little razzled. And so I averaged down here, and we have a nice rounding bottom. I'm very confident in this structure. And, you know, a lot of the issue with trading or even like holding a token, especially like a meme token, is being impatient. So people want to flip to 1000x, or they think it's dead, or they think it's boring, so they sell. There's a common saying in crypto or in trading in general, okay? And I'm not making this saying up. I want to show you guys something. This is a common saying. And I think you guys should actually... So there's only a few people here. And I think it's a good one, and it's lasted a long time for a reason. Ryan bought back in a big time on a dip to 1.7, but still holding. Yeah, see? It happens, bro, because you think that's the moment that you're going to fly. I just want to point out something. So never ever short a bull market. Shorting means going hedging against the bulls or selling bottoms. And what that means is it's boring. This is boring price action. No one likes it. Technically, it's not boring though. You're getting these volatility like of 25%. That's a lot, right? But you never want to short a boring market. And the reason why, or sell a boring market, it's really what this means is sellers are exhausted. And you can see that people stop selling. And eventually what that creates is a upward buy pressure. Now the move is going to be big. So we just got another sell. This guy made 2 ETH total, 50 transactions. I think this is a bot. So now we got another bot buying in again. Or maybe a person, I don't know. So we have a new buy. So this means nothing to me, honestly. This is like, when we're ranging from 200 to 500, it's really not much. We haven't made a decisive move as a token. But look at that. It's a beautiful rounding bottom, horizontal price action, nice bottoming formation here. And we're just rounding here. This, you can also call this is also called something else. Let me show you. It's called Adam and Eve bottom. Have you guys heard of that? Adam and Eve. So it's this is another structure. So I'm just trying to tell you guys this is the bottom, okay? All in all, this is the bottom. There's good reasons not to sell a bottom. And, you know, the people in this stream right now, there's only 10 people. There's only 10 people. So I'm not trying to appeal to new buyers, right? I'm appealing to the people holding, maybe losing trust or whatever. But Adam and Eve double bottoms are nice. So you have like a nice V and then a rounding bottom. I just went over what a rounding bottom is. So we have a nice V, a little pump, and then a rounding bottom. This looks like an Adam and Eve to me. Yeah, so Cole's saying like a backwards cup and handle. Exactly. So that was the bottom for Bitcoin. Here's the thing, dude. Like no one's going anywhere. Price action is just going to stay here, I think. Just wiggle around. And we'll see. So we're going horizontal. This is it. Patience is a virtue, dude. Patience is a virtue. I'm really going to be patient with this play. I'm going to wait. A lot of people lost patience. That's fine. They fiend like they're gamblers, but I'm going to chill. I'm going to be chill. I don't care where this goes. I'm going to call the bottom here. I think this is the bottom. We've had horizontal price action for about like 7-8 days now. If you look at the 1 week, I don't know if you guys have ever seen, but like on a parabolic candle, and like if you have a parabolic candle, sometimes you have a mini pullback depending on how fast that move was. Like, so for example, if you're trying to trade a hot token, like a super hot token that just popped off, sometimes people will wait for a mini dip on like a 5-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame, 30-minute time frame. They'll wait for a little dip just to have a continuation, catch it on the way up. So if you zoom out on the 1 week, that's exactly what we have. We have 2 reds in a row, but no breakdown of the structure. So I think that's healthy as well. There's a lot of healthy sentiment behind this pullback. I eventually think we're going to pop off in favor of a bullish move. Now, where we're going, 800K is a key. So 500 to 800K is key resistance in like 2 mil. I don't know if we're going to smash it right away or if we're going to trade in that range or if we're just going to shoot up, but we'll see. And then let me show you guys one more thing. So now let's move down to the 4 hour. 4 hours boring, no volume, nothing really happening. You can see the rounding bottom a little bit better. You can actually see the Adam and Eve a little bit better. Right, so you see this V, and then you can see, boom, this nice rounding bottom. And so we'll see. Now, we're dipping down right now, right? So let's see what happens. It could either be a wick that'll shoot up, like all of these. Look at all these wicks. Or, maybe a real breakdown. So this is the key support line here, this 200K. And there is a common saying, the more you bang on it, the more likely it'll break to that side. So we've hit it like a lot of times. But you know, symmetrical, we have a symmetrical triangle. Price consolidation. One thing for sure, I can say for certain, is that we're going to have a volatility squeeze. Volatility squeeze. So there is price action that's going to take place. There is going to be something crazy. I can promise you that. Something wild. I can guarantee that. The one thing I can't guarantee is how high we're going to go, what's going to happen, who's going to, you know, all that other bullshit. But when price coils like this means we're going to have a very explosive, massive move. Especially for 2 weeks in a meme token, something's cooking. Something's cooking. I don't know what, dude. I really don't know. But if you want to take a measured move to the breakout, you know, this takes us at 6 mil. And then if you want to do it here, I'm going to play devil's advocate. It can just take us back to where we started, right? But I don't see that happening. There's too many people are holding. One thing I want to show you guys, one of my best trades this year was this, okay? And like some people might think measured moves aren't good, but I'm going to show you guys something really quick. All right. I think it's important. It's a hot token right now, honestly. It's called Sol. So let's see it on the super charts. I'm going to show you guys something. Okay. So we have always, if you have parabolic moves, being logarithmic, because look at it on regular, you can't really trade it. So this is my argument for people. This is my argument. Let me get rid of my RSI. Let me just show you something. This looks, how do you trade this, right? So if you're a short-term trader, you know, a swing trader, which I am, what you want to do is actually change it to logarithmic, and then you can, you know, look at it a lot better. You can see patterns. So I'm going to show you a pattern that I traded that made me a lot of money, okay? So you have a nice resistance here. I'll tell you this, I didn't catch this bottom, but then I saw this pop off here. So $13 Sol all the way to $95 Sol, okay? So I saw this, I was like, okay, we might have something. Let me just draw an upward sloping thing here and here. So on the second dip, I bought here, took it up, didn't take profits, just waited. I was still in profit here and rode this out. Now look, this shot up all the way to 90 bucks. And then I was like, how do I know? I took profit recently. And the reason why I did it was because, look, you just take the measured move and you just wait. I'm like, okay, we're close enough to the measured move. Let me just take it. I'm done. So here, I think we're dealing with the same thing. I swear, I kid you not. I don't know. The difference is I don't know what's going to take it. That's the difference. I don't know what's going to do it. So measured move from the lows to the high. We have the symmetrical triangle. At least we'll smash 2 mil and make it up to like 3 to 6 at the very minimum. Now, if it's what I believe it is, which is max FOMO in crypto, I can see it going 10x from that. So this was one of my best trades. Very simple swing trade, right? But this takes time though. In a macro sense, so this is, if you look at it, this is the 1 day, and this is from all the way of June of 2023, right? And I was like, I'm going to wait. Bitcoin's bouncing back. Everything's bouncing back. Now, if you look at the market cap for Sol, super high. It's in the billions. I think it's top 4. Okay? Top 4 in market cap. We're dealing with a small cap. Small cap has more volatility, just like how these have volatility. They're easier to trade, though, because you have more time to think, more time to relax, more time to be consistent. Here, it's like, okay, a couple days is going to be like I tell you, it's like months. Because if you look at these moves, on Sol, it's like these moves take months, so it's boring. Like if you're holding a position and you're from the US, some exchanges don't let you hold futures for more than a month, for more than 4 weeks. I found out the hard way. I caught Bitcoin back at when it was at 16K. I did a 4x leverage on that trade and I was riding it out to 60K. Here's the thing though. I got fucked because I was on a US exchange and they were like, we have to liquidate you. Not liquidate as in like, you just have to close your trade. So that shit sucked. Someone's asking, how did you learn to trade? I don't know. This is just like, I've been in crypto since 2016. The thing is, there's a lot of bullshit, clickbait, biased teaching modules. What you really want to do is any approach, even in medicine. So when we practice medicine, like the way we're taught to practice is to actually be able to read and understand evidence. And use your knowledge to apply that evidence. So that's how I look at trading too now. So I just try to be unbiased. That's all I do. I look at structures. You'll eventually get them down, bro. They're just normal patterns. I focused on commodities. Then I found Crown Crypto Cave and learned a lot more about mechanical analysis and put calls and hedging. Yeah. So there's different avenues. I agree. There's a common saying that you have to find a system and stick to it. And the thing is, I don't win all the time. But when I do trade and I'm very comfortable with like a move, what I'll do is I'll put a lot of capital. So I'll do like a 8K or 10K trade on like a 2x leverage. And I put my stops very low. So I'll put my stops down here. Like I'll take a 50% loss if I have to. Because you don't make money if it's not volatile or you're in high leverage. I like playing volatility because overall, when it's easier to trade crypto in a bull market or like an uptrend. So I'll do low. This is my style. I do low leverage, 3 to 5x max. I'll do a lot of capital, 8 to 12K per trade, and then I'll let it ride out for a few months. So I trade futures. I'll PM you, actually. Not on U.S. exchanges, if that's what you're wondering. Some people, yeah, so 50% margin. Yeah, no, I mean, I think, so right now the sentiment is very bullish. So I'm also contrarian. I would actually wait for something to settle. I would wait for a pullback. I wouldn't trade right now. I trade when there's like, fear or like, I don't know if you guys have heard of Capo of crypto. Like, he's super bearish. There's a lot of bullshit that comes to it. I really think we still have a capitulation event that's supposed to occur. Like, for example, if you go outside and you try to go Christmas shopping in the US, dude, the fucking markets are empty. Like, the recession is here. So I think what we had right now is a bear market rally. And, capitulation events, they don't have to be a new low, but it can be, a drastic, or, just a slow bleed like this. I think we're topping here. I think we're looking at a local top. That's why I'm in micro caps, because here's what's going to happen. All this money that's coming from like these macro things. So like Bitcoin, I just sold all my Link recently. I'm happy with that trade. I actually bought down here. So here's another one, Link, Chain Link. I don't know if you guys trade it, but this was another one. I actually caught it at $7. I swear to God, it was here, dipped down, loaded up more. This was a spot trade. I just held it, did a 3x. I was very happy. So I just sold my chain link. Honestly, this looks bullish. I can see it going up maybe even to $20. But it's simple. You just be patient. Let these things play out. I was impatient. I took my chain link profits and I threw it in GRINCH because I was like, fuck it. I want to have fun. So I'm always in the market. I'm always in the market. It's fun. But here's what I wanted to say. So bear market rallies, Bitcoin is king. I always look at Bitcoin. This is when I got into trading in crypto. Here's the thing. When I saw it coming back up from like these 3K lows, look at the percent Bitcoin did. It did 340%. Okay, so everyone was like, okay, we're going to smash all-time high. Look how close we are to all-time high, 14,000, right? And then if you look here, it's at 20K. Okay? I'm going to show you some similarities with GRINCH. I kid you not, there's so many similarities. This is why price action tells stories. I say it, psychology of the market. The sentiment is very bullish here. So the sentiment was like, okay, we're going to smash 20K. People took profits here. Now look at the drawback. So we went from 14K down 80% in a $1 billion asset. This, I think, at the time was multi-million, but it doesn't matter. It was a big asset. Bitcoin is king, right? Then from the lows, this is COVID scare. From the lows, then it did like a 10x, I think, right? 3? No, more. So it did 1,700%. So Bitcoin itself, so it capitulated after that bear market rally. Bear market rallies are big, bro. They're huge. So from the lows to the high, 300% on Bitcoin, that's a lot. So I think that's what's happening here. I think we'll have a topping. It might take some time, right? It might take a few months, but I think we're topping soon. Market's way too bullish. So if you look here, it did 180%. So from the lows, that's a lot. You can trickle down, maybe have a capitulation event like this. It's not going to play out exactly the same. I'm going to play it by ear. If we break this, we might even retest all-time high and then come down. There's so many possibilities. You just got to be vigilant. But, my point is, okay, so look at this. We had a bear market. We capitulated, bear market rally, and then we came down and then moved up, made a higher low, okay? Pay attention to this. Very important. Now we're here. We made a new all-time high, bear market rally, and now we're just kind of low and lull and bored. Okay? I think there's so many similarities in price structure. It doesn't matter the market cap, that if it's a bullish idea, it will pop off. So it's a boring day, right? There's no volume, no price action. Yesterday was crazy. We were going up. We're going down, and it's just like, this is, I think, macro view, this is the play. I'm going to play it at least to 6 mil. And then with FOMO and stuff, I'm telling you guys, 50 mil is very possible. Very possible. I think it's very possible. I'm showing you similarities. It's not going to play out exactly the same as like Bitcoin and all these other tokens. It's a micro cap. But it's like, it's very similar. That's why I stick to the chart, because the chart tells stories. I can tell you guys exactly what happened here, what happened yesterday. Shit is bullish in my opinion. Very bullish. So if you go to 1 hour, it's just boring. 8.4 mil or bust. Yeah. See, 84 mil. I think that was your call, Cole, right? 84 mil. I agree. It's either, gold or dust. There's no point. There's really no point. Most people bought up here. Why are you going to sell at the bottom? It makes no sense. Christmas isn't here. We're 3 days away. I'm going to be very patient. Patience is key when it comes to markets. Lep wrote in the Telegram, my buy is incoming. I'm going to give him a clap. Good shit. So that's what I see. I'm just here for the ride, I'm here to have fun, obviously make money, whatever, it's fun. But looking at it objectively, looking at it with no bias, right? Let's just pretend I'm not a buyer. I'm not a holder, actually. Let's pretend I'm not a holder. If I'm looking at this, I'm going to be like, okay, it's a Christmas token sitting at 200K, so it has a good community. It's pretty active. I'm just going to throw in a couple hundred. It's Christmas. Like, that's the mentality you should have, is like, who would buy right now? I think that they're going to be like, it's actually pretty low, so let me grab some. And you have to remember who's supporting it. So I think that's key, especially in micro caps, because they have a lot of influence. So if we quietly climb up, okay, I don't think it's going to be quiet though, because, for example, Patty is like consistently in here. He's like a key speaker of this token, right? But if it was quiet, I think would slowly climb, slowly climb, slowly climb. And then once we like get into that million range, I would hope that that's when people start posting, because I want to climb quietly. I want this to just go up a little bit, you know, a day or two at a time, and then maybe on Christmas everyone goes crazy. Because the slower we climb up, it's probably better, in the sense that we'll have a more explosive move. Looks like some people stopping our pump. Maybe. I don't understand this conspiracy of people stopping the pump. So I was told yesterday that someone's buying at bottoms, waiting for it to go up. And if you track their wallet, they're consistently doing this. So let's see. I don't know how to check that. I think you watch the transfers, but when I get in here, I get fucking confused and lost. I don't know. Maybe someone's stopping the pump, or maybe they're accumulating. Well, it's a holder. It's a everybody hold holder. Yeah, I don't know. But this is how I see it. I think we'll pop. I think you should hold the floor. Don't sell your bags for a loss. Double down on these bottoms. I can guarantee you we'll test 1 million. I can guarantee it. You know, the thing with crypto, I've been in crypto so long that the first time I've experienced a capitulation was here. Okay, I literally felt sick to my stomach. Bitcoin was done. That's Bitcoin, right? So the thing with crypto is like, okay, you can apply that logic to even small caps. I'm going to give you one and you're going to laugh because everyone knows which one I'm about to bring up. Santa, okay? You know what? Like, everyone thought this was dead here. Even I thought it was dead. So the same logic applies for even small caps, okay? It was sitting at 30K. I'm a mod in that fucking Telegram. And I'm sitting there thinking, bro, like, I'm hitting up community members like, have you guys seen the devs? There was hella quiet. Hella spam bots. I was just cleaning it up, you know? I was like, dude, I'm talking to myself in this TG. Hella stupid. But, you know, I have this rule, never sell a bottom. Then it dipped, and I was like, well, we got a new bottom. So people were like, yo, Jitsuko, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know, bro. I have no idea what's going on with Santa. I wake up the next morning, and it exploded. Like 500%. And now it's coming down. It's like stabilizing. I'm still bullish on Santa too. But the thing is, like, you don't know who's watching. You don't know who's cooking. You don't know who's going to just drive the price up super hard. And then, you know, take profits. That's fine, whatever. But it's like everyone thought Santa was dead. So this is a 70K market cap, okay? So if you think something's dead on a Bitcoin... So, like, for me, it was here. It was this capitulation. I was like, this is dead. The same logic, I swear, I kid you not, applies to small caps. It's the same shit, different day. Same, like, I can show so many similarities, etc., etc. So, you know, never short a dull market, never sell a bottom. Those rules are there for a reason. You just never know when something will turn around. It's not worth it. It really isn't. Because people that are waiting or people that are buying your lows are taking your money from you. That's how I see it. I don't want people taking my money. I work hard for it, as you do too. So just be patient, relax, drink a coffee. Cheers. I'm going to wait. There's no point. I kid you not, there's no point. When something you think is dead isn't dead, if it's not a rug, something's gonna happen. So remember the main points from today, guys. Let me just show you again. All right, Adam and Eve double bottom, I'm calling it. It's a stretch, right? It can be a stretch. Like I said, there's interest. I don't know who bought this. Someone said it was going to be like Lep said it was him. I don't care who's buying, but I'm calling something that I see. So I see a double Adam and Eve bottom. It kind of looks like this. You have a low and then another rounding bottom next to it. That's beautiful to me, okay? Boom. And a nice rounding bottom. We have price action squeezing here, which means that there's volatility incoming, okay? There's going to be a big move either to the upside or downside. So, and then just in general, never short a dull market, okay? Never ever short a dull market. If things are going sideways, things are just moving like, slowly, don't sell because you're bored. You might as well, in my opinion, I can make an argument for this. If you're bored of price action and you're invested in a project and you're like, dude, I'm going to sell, it's not moving, you're better off, I kid you not, going to the casino and gambling. Think about the psychology behind this. If you're bored of a token because it's not popping off and you see, like, for example, Jesus going crazy, right? Like, Jesus is going crazy right now. And you want to hop in. You're like, oh, shoot, it's doing crazy things, this and that. But you're sitting here nicely in this position. This is a very strong position to be in, by the way. If you're sitting here and nothing's breaking down the price action, and you're sitting in a really good position, but you're over here trying to chase a high, I can make the argument you're better off going to the casino, packing your bags, go to Vegas, play the slots. Because what you're doing is you're looking just for stimulation of price action. Doesn't matter up or down, you're not being poised. You're not being calm, right? So just be calm, chill, cool, and collected. My goal is to really calm people down at the end of the day, because if you're trying to sell here and then go somewhere else, it's really just, I think, gambling, right? It's like, okay, you're going to try to catch a top. You're going to be positive for 2 seconds. Sure, you might have caught something on the way up. I guarantee you're not going to take profits, and I guarantee you're going to ride it all the way down, rinse and repeat until your ETH are gone. Here's my thing. Here's my argument against that. I'm going to play devil's advocate. Instead of gambling, why don't you wait while you're in a strong position? Like, you can't be in a stronger position than this. If you bought from 200 to 500K even, my average buy, I kid you not, is like 250K. And I'm not selling until I get a 20 or 30x. The reason why I'm holding the fort is because I really believe we're in a position of strength. How much lower can we go? Not that much. Let's just say worst case, we go to 100. Even if we go to 100, it's not much. It's a blip of a wick. You get what I'm saying? So overall, you have strength because the upside potential is very big. The community is very strong. They're holding it together. People are putting their money down. They believe in the project. See that? So there's buys coming in all the time. I really think that this is the token. I think we've bottomed out. I think price action is boring, but boring price action doesn't mean you short it. All right? You don't short it. You don't sell it. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to do. You can raid. I believe it caught a lot of eyes of important people that will push this project to the next level. And once they see price action flip, it only takes a few ETH. Or there might be a coordinated attack on a specific day that we don't know about, right? So we have like 3 days till Christmas. We saw a tease of it yesterday of coordinated. What I mean by attack is not attack. I mean like coordinated buys. So I think it's important to be part of that crew that is calm, cool, collected, accumulate on these lows, forget about the wicks up and down. Like, look at how much it's respecting our trend lines, okay? You never know. Dev can make a comeback and make something crazy. I don't know. There's just a lot there's so much potential for upside that it makes no sense. So Central Command saying so much more upside here than down. See? There is, and it's like, just be chill. There's other opportunities. Okay, say you have your ETH locked here, all right, and you're just sick of looking at a boring market. Literally, just leave it alone. This is what I do. I leave it alone. So if I'm going to get bored of this token, I'm not bored of it, by the way. I'm enjoying myself here. I got bored of trading. I was very profitable, like, with all this, trading and, my moves and what I think works, this and that, whatever. I started getting bored of it. I felt like I was isolated, alone, no sense of community. That's why I hopped into memes. Let me fuck around in memes a bit. And I was like, let me just gamble on something. This is my story of Grinch, I guess. And, I hopped in. I saw this shit, so I bought around here, 250K. I saw it on ETH trending like a noob, and I bought it. And I was like, wow, I'm a genius, and it shot up. But prior to that, I was in a bunch of other Christmas tokens that I took L's on. And I was like, fuck that. So I was like, I'm going to ride this shit out. And it went to 2 million. I held because you know what? I met like Satoshi, Patty, Ninja, Cole, like a bunch of other people. And I was like, dude, this shit's sick. I'm going to stick around. So I held my bags. We went to 1 mil. I still held my bags. I was at like a 3 or 4x. I was like, fuck that. I'm riding this shit to like 100x. Then we dipped down. I started averaging here. And that's my story. But it's like, if you're bored of it, just like go trade or do something. Don't take your money out. There's no point. I promise you that. You're not gonna be profitable. It's not a dead project. There's people behind it. There's influencers that are watching it. Joe Grower's supporting it, and all his shit goes up. It goes ape shit. So I think it might be boring. Like, it's getting boring, right? Look, we're just going sideways. You look up here, you see like Pepe doing big moves and stuff like that. I understand. Like, look at that. It's a nice green candle. But I kid you not, we'll have something like this. Explosive power move to the top. Look at that double bottom. Beautiful. Played out perfectly. You know what I mean? So we had something similar here. Like, we had a nice little fake out, trickle down, double bottom, and boom, off to the races. Little pullback, and boom, another move. So just wait. It's a really good meme. It's a good community. It's fun. There's so many similarities with this token and others, and you're so early. It would be a shame for you to lose your position and be that person that's like, man, I could have been the Grinch guy or whatever. But that's my 2 cents on the topic here. Let's see what's happening on Twitter really quick. I like looking at Twitter while I'm live because you never know, something cool might pop up. So let me see this. So I got 19 notifications, probably all bots. I gotta turn this shit off, dude. Oh, there's one more thing I want to show you guys that I went over on the VC yesterday with Cole. I posted this last night. Okay, so we have Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands is Cole's shit right here. He said, look at the Bollinger Bands. Let me know if they're squeezing. So I sent this screenshot. I posted it. So getting bored is dangerous to me. Past time, I did a 100x call on Pepe with a 100% margin during a pump and sold immediately for a nice little chunk. See what I mean? Yeah, it's people are impatient. You know that what helps me with being impatient is being very involved with the community, you guys. I swear. That's the only reason why. If I wasn't involved with the community, I would have been impatient too. So I think that's the trick here when it comes to these community tokens. Just like get involved, it's fun. Get busy with something, That's what makes it worth it, in my opinion. But if you look here at the Bollinger Bands, we have squeezing. Okay, so squeezing, I don't know how to measure. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how to measure a move off of Bollinger Bands. But I'll tell you this. I know that when they tighten, this means that there's going to be a huge price action coming up. So let's change this to regular. And let's change it to the 4 hour. Let me delete these structures. So, it's forming here. Oh, look at the middle band. It's like, so at least 500K, right? So let's look at the 4 hour. Okay, look at that. So squeezes. I'm gonna show you guys this. when you're Bollinger Band squeeze, they'll tell you like local tops to local bottoms, horizontal movement, price coiling. This means volatility is coming. Like you'll have an explosive move. So if I show you something like right here, watch, I'll show you this. This is probably going to be a tight Bollinger Band, so let me add it. So Bollinger Bands. So you can see like, okay, there's a downward trend, but now Bollinger Bands are squeezing, and then you'll have a move. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Look at that squeeze. That squeeze means volatility is coming, okay? Volatility is coming. Look at that, and then boom, big-ass move. So something can happen, and honestly, sometimes Bollinger Bands can fake you out. So like, for example, we had a squeeze. People thought it was going to go to the upside, and then it had another V-shaped bottom move. And then, you know, you had a V-shaped recovery. So Bollinger Bands are good to look at when you're trying to see volatility, if it's going to happen. Gold or dust, the volatility or explosiveness happens just after a few buys. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So this is the psychology of the market. Price action's tightening means people aren't really decisive. You know, you can trade in this range, but only for so long. Naturally, what will happen is the Bollinger Band will explode, either to the upside or downside. But when it squeezes, this tells you that there's volatility coming. That's all it tells you. So something's going to happen. Now, to understand and use your chances to your favor, like to understand what's going to happen next, you can use a few clues. What I like to do personally is I like to look at patterns that I'm noticing, patterns in the chart, if they're bullish or bearish. And I try to look at it in a non-biased point of view. I can't help but notice right when I look at this chart on the 4-hour that we have a nice rounding bottom. I think those are so healthy. We have a V shape kind of here, so this is called the Adam and Eve bottom. But you know, if I want to play devil's advocate, I can say we're getting lower lows and a horizontal support. So if I want to be devil's advocate, if I want to be bearish, you got to make the arguments. So we have a support here and a lower downward sloping resistance. This is a bear structure, right? It's a descending triangle. So, you know, you gotta be real. You gotta be real with yourself. Okay, so is this gonna break down, right? Is this gonna break down? Here's my argument. I don't think so. And the reason why I don't think it's gonna break down is because 200K is a very small market cap. So many people have to be convinced to be capitulated for it to go down. But I think the community sentiment is so strong that this U-shaped recovery is there for a reason. And then once we break this resistance here, excuse me, we're going to be off to the races. So that's my opinion on the token today. It's boring. I guarantee you. So right now we have a good amount of viewers, but I guarantee you if we pop off, the activity here on this YouTube channel is going to be so crazy. Dude, I don't know if that's bots. So Cole pointed out something. I'll go back to it. I just read your comment, Cole, but someone's asking, so curious, why are there a sprinkle of buys in the range of a few cents to $20 that are cheaper than gas? Yeah, I think it's bots. I think those are bots. Yeah. Okay, so Cole mentioned something that's important to look at too. Let's see. Also, I'm biased, so you have to remember my technical analysis is biased because I'm in this token. I believe it's going to go up for multiple reasons, fundamentals, patterns, etc., etc. Always, 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 when you do your analysis on any token or any type of currency or any commodity, what you want to do is you want to look at it in a non-biased way. Like Sol was a bullish trade for me because I knew it had utility in the crypto market and people like using Sol. That's why I was bullish on it. Same thing with Chainlink. I know there's a lot of Chainlink maxis, so I was bullish on it. For here, like SXP, this was another trade I wanted to play out. but I'm realizing that it's like the project might be dead, but I'm very bullish on it macro. I'm not shilling a token or anything like that. But it's like, okay, you have a W, a higher low. This looks like a nice play that will take out. It's only 30 cents, right? This will take off maybe to a couple bucks. You get what I'm saying? So, and I think, the devs are building here. I know that they're building, they're doing stuff. So, God candles occur a lot. So, like, look at this God candle here. They're very common in crypto. So this is another shilling. I'm going to shill you guys something here, guys. This is called SXP. Don't go FOMO in. Put all your net worth in it. But you have to think about it critically. So fundamentals, are people using it? Yes. Are people actively building? Yes. Bitcoin, same thing. You have to, if you're going to trade a bias of bullishness, you have to understand what people are using it for. Now Bitcoin's debated as one of the best stores of value on earth. I agree with that. So I'm going to be bullish. I'm going to accumulate. So, Sol, same thing. I'm not biased. I'm ETH maxi. I think ETH, there's no such thing as an ETH killer. I think ETH will always be on top. But at the end of the day, you have to understand that you have to apply a bias based on reason. If you don't have reason for a bias of being bearish or bullish, and it's just based off emotion, then you're going to lose. So I have to understand that, at the end of the day, why am I in GRINCH? I have to sit and ask myself, well, the community's lit. Community's not giving up. There's content every day. If there's content every day, that means it's constantly on someone's mind. You have GRINCH, which is just like a staple mascot. So people are going to know the token. They're going to know the person behind it. Twitter's active. Community's active. You have bullish price action. 2 mil all-time high, which means that if you go to all-time high from here, it's still a 10x. That's huge. So at the end of the day, you have to just apply your own bias, and you have to think about it critically in the sense that is it logical? And so I only have a few commodities I trade. I only have a few. Look out. So I've been wrong. I was bearish on the Dow Jones. Why am I that retarded? I thought we had an inverse cup and handle. I thought we were headed down. Whatever. I was bearish. And I ate my... So this is options. I was trading options. It got fucking rammed. So you can see I'm a swing trader. I swing throughout the month. This looks ugly though. Whatever, I lost. So there's times you win, there's times you lose. So yeah, so I've been in crypto. I swing. Like... That's it. That's the name of the game. This made me a lot of money. I'm bullish on ETH right now. Let's see. I was bullish on BNB when everyone was bearish here. So you have to think critically. Like Binance exchange isn't going anywhere, right? Yeah, I do check. So I checked the DXY. I checked the DXY. I honestly thought we would go higher than 107. I thought we would go higher than 107. But that's okay. It is what it is. We might double bottom. We had a nice M pattern. I thought we'd... It's hard to trade them. I traded Tesla a lot. I made a lot of money on options with Tesla. Took profits here. Look, falling wedge off a bullish structure. Like, what more do you want? Look at the similarities. This is a multi-trillion dollar. Yeah, FOMC is dovish. So I know that's a lot of it has to do with the FOMC, Fed rates, stuff like that. Here's another thing. So here's Tesla. I don't know if it's $1 trillion asset. It's multi-billion though. Okay, so it's a big asset. You have a big move to the upside on the weekly time frame. Look at this. Okay? I'm just trying to teach you guys that price action is always the same. Always the same. No matter what the market cap is, unless... Here's the thing. If it's manipulated by the devs and, they scam you, that I can't help that. I can't, tell you what's going to happen. Supposedly this dev for GRINCH is a very good guy. He's not going to manipulate anything. So I trust that. So everything I'm saying is under the impression that the dev has no malintent for the token. So you look at this move to the upside, right? On Tesla, we have this nice falling wedge pattern. You can call it a wedge. You can call it a bull flag. On the 1 week, it made a lower low, lower highs, but this is just a pullback before you move up again. And if you don't believe me, let me show you something. Bull flags, and I always start off with the bull flag on the 1 day when I start my stream. And I always do that because I'm like, you guys, we're just consolidating before another move. And people are very impatient, unfortunately. I really wish people were a little bit more poised. So you have a bullish move, and then you just have to trend down a little. That's fine. You're going to trend down. So if you look at GRINCH on a 1 day, it's, bro, you can't make this shit up. I really can't. Look. Boom. That is a nice pull. Lower highs, lower lows. If we break to the upside, it's going to be a measured move from the lows to the high. And with microcaps, the thing is, I don't know how to measure, because the issue is, I don't know where it started. So I always roll with maybe 20K, because maybe they need a 20K to start. Okay, so it's a 10X. So I believe we'll have another at least 10X move, 100X move, 200, 20 mil, sorry. So like with Tesla, which is like a multi-billion or trillion-dollar asset. Someone correct me. I don't know if it's trillion or whatever. It's the same concept that applies here. Look at this. I'm going to remove all my drawings. I usually don't do that, but since I'm live, I want to show you guys. You have a nice move to the upside. You have a retracement. You have a resistance and a support. Okay? These don't work all the time. You take the measured move. Let me delete this ugly thing. Okay, and you paste it here on the breakout, and it's roughly there. People take profits early. That's fine. You're close. You're at this resistance here. Always take profits before your target. There you go. So you just play that. You can buy the breakout or you can buy the support. Support is harder to buy sometimes. Yeah, so Cole made a very good point. Retail people buy the bottoms. They buy the floors, right? Really good traders buy confirmed breakouts. That's how you want to trade. It's the safer way to trade. Good traders wait. So we are retail. We're buying the bottom. But I'm making very good arguments to buy the bottom. Now, you're telling me there's traders that aren't watching this? Definitely trying to see what's going on. I hop in the HODL community or the hold community. Some of the people in our GRINCH community are from hold. And that's probably because of Patty. But I kid you not. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just saying people notice us because of the community itself. People know Satoshi from there. People know me from there, Ninja, Patty. So different communities are mingling with us. I think I'm very bullish on this project. I showed you multiple reasons why. I'm not worried at all. And I'm going to continue to hold. I'm not selling a bottom. I refuse to sell it. And I want to see a decisive move to the upside or downside before I make a decision. I hope you guys are thinking the same way. It's the best way to think when it comes to just wealth. Just think about it not in the sense of just the token, GRINCH, and branding, stuff like that. Just think about it as protecting your monetary assets or like the money you put in, because people lose here. People lose in this little horizontal move. How many people bought and sold in here is insane. Like the actual token has over, it tells you transactions here, right? Where are they? Dude, I saw it the other day. It's like 5,000, 6,000 transactions, and I bet you they're all for L's. Yeah. But anyways, that's the stream for today. We did it hour and a half. It was a full dive, a little more context into trading. But I think it's good to draw comparisons, compare and contrast the pros and the cons of holding this. And I think that we're gonna make history soon. Thank you for tuning in, you guys. As always, I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you like this channel. I'd love to see a pump going into this evening. Would be very bullish, as I've noticed Friday evening is prone to de-risking for the weekend. That's true. That is true. And I know you have multiple theories as to why, but we'll see what happens tonight. Yeah? All right, you guys. I'll see you on Spaces. I'll see you in the TG. It was a pleasure. I appreciate you guys being here. Someone's gobbling up these dips. I don't know who, but there's wicks there for a reason. And we have a rounding bottom. Overall, I'm very bullish on this bullshit. It's a shit token at the end of the day called the GRINCH, but I'm writing this to 1000x. Peace out. Thank you guys. Appreciate your time. Peace.